Got another Fox News alert for you. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange is leaving the UK after accepting a plea deal agreement with U.S. authorities.
He is heading to a U.S. federal court in the Northern Mariana Islands, where he will plead guilty to espionage charges.
David Spunt joins us live from Washington at the White House. David, we didn't see this coming.
You know, we really didn't, and this ends a nearly 15-year legal saga with Julian Assange of WikiLeaks. As Ainsley mentioned, he is heading right now to Saipan, the Northern Mariana Islands, which is a U.S. territory. In about 12 hours, guys, he will enter, or I should say expected to enter, that guilty plea. According to court documents released late last night, Assange will plead guilty to a charge of conspiring to unlawfully obtain and disseminate classified information relating to the national defense of the United States, which is part of the Espionage Act. He was behind the WikiLeaks release of thousands of documents from U.S. Army soldier Chelsea Manning in 2010. Note that as part of the deal, the United States government is allowing him to plead in Saipan, Northern Mariana Islands, which is a U.S. territory. He'll be in a U.S. federal courtroom. Technically, he will set foot on U.S. soil, just not in the continental United States. Saipan is the closest U.S. federal courtroom to his home country of Australia. Now, guys, once he's done pleading guilty, he'll be sentenced to 62 months. But time served, meaning he won't actually seek prison because he served this exact amount of time while he was in the United Kingdom. His legal issues began about 14 years ago. He'll head back to his home country of Australia, where his wife says he'll be a free man. Listen.
It will be the first time that I get to see him as a fully free man. And I was just, when I was speaking to him, I said, well, you know, we can go for a walk, and there will be no restrictions, no curfew, no, you know, all this it's so alien to the way it's been until now for the past 14 years.
And to be precise with my language, he's expected to plead guilty, and a judge still has to sign off on this. We saw what happened last year with Hunter Biden in Delaware. Federal judges can always, at the last minute, throw a wrench in and ask questions. That is the deal as of now, the expected plea deal. There don't expect to be any hiccups, but you have to add that caveat in there as well. But this will happen in about 12 hours from now, guys.
Well, it's a pretty cushy deal, considering he put the lives
he's already served
our
his
guys
time
at risk. So we'll see what happens. Thanks, David.
You know, keep in mind, it was WikiLeaks, which famously in 2016 published the email that Russian government hackers, remember when they hacked into the DNC servers and got all that embarrassing stuff and then spilled it out? And obviously that was leaked by the Russians, the federal government feels, to disrupt the 2016 election.
Yeah.
So what is the motivation here? Why would Joe Biden give him this cushy deal?
Well, there's a lot of young people that are on the side of Julian Assange, especially the civil libertarians. And so I think this is a olive branch to them to say, hey, I'm still that progressive. Let's let it all be forgiven.
Well, let's see what that judge does, because if they go, you know, you did a lot of damage, and I don't think time served is enough.
Yep.
But apparently they got the deal. It's on paper.
Hunter had the deal, too, until he didn't. So we'll see.
Well, he wanted more.
Yeah.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.